Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make chicken with mushroom gravy. And it has tender, juicy chicken breasts and mushrooms smothered in the most simple, homemade, delicious gravy. And pair it over some mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh, you're going to have yourself a delicious meal that everyone is going to love. Okay, so let's get started. Here I have about, I want to say, 1.5 pounds to about 1.75 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And what I like to do to help ensure that it cooks up nice and evenly and it cooks up a lot quicker and that it's nice and tender, well, I'm gonna just remove the excess fat here. Just clean it up a little bit. And then what I like to do is slice it in half horizontally, just like so that your knife is parallel to the cutting board. See? So now you have 2 pieces of chicken, and now we're gonna make 4. So go ahead and just right down the middle, use a very sharp knife. There we go. Now we have 4 pieces of chicken. And then to prevent the juices from flying when I pound them, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with some parchment paper. Actually, I need to wash my hands. Give me a second. Now that I have my hands all nice and cleaned, I'm gonna go ahead and just cover the chicken with parchment paper. And using my mallet, I'm going to pound these evenly. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our chicken. Perfect. See, our chicken is nice and thin so that it'll cook up a lot quicker and it's gonna come out nice and tender. Okay, so I'm going to give this a very basic seasoning of some salt and pepper. All right, time for a little pepper. This is a workout. I think I need one of those electric pepper grinders because my arms can get tiring. Hint, gift idea. My husband's working in his office. Not sure if he hears me. All right, so these are nice and seasoned. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the flour because we'll be dredging it in some flour. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and dredge the chicken in about 1/3 cup of flour. And what it's going to do is it's going to give it some nice texture and it's just gonna lock in those juices. I used to cook a lot of chicken back in the day. Before I had kids, before I had my family of 4, I cooked for a lot of people. It was because I had my brother's 2 boys. I would watch them all the time and I was helping him out. And so they would be at my house every night for dinner along with my parents. And then my brother would come after work, so he would be here too. And then sometimes my brother-in-law. So it was my husband, 2 boys, my brother, my parents, and then sometimes my brother-in-law when he was single. Now he's married with his own baby right now, but yes, he was single back in the day and he would come over and work out with my hubby. But anyways, so yes, I would cook with a lot of chicken. Number 1, because it was easy. It's so versatile. I had so many different chicken recipes. And then number 2, it's one of the cheapest proteins that you can buy. I can buy, I don't know, 3 pounds of chicken and feed a whole family. So that was just one of my go-to proteins. And then my brother always remembers, he's like, yeah, I ate a lot of chicken at your house. All right, so the chicken is nice and coated. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our mushrooms and get them sliced up. If you see my kids walking by, they are on winter break, so they just got up. They're not really camera ready, so they're just gonna be moseying on through. Hi. Yeah, they have their pajamas still. All right, so here I have 8 ounces of cremini mushrooms or baby bellas. You could also use button mushrooms, and we're just gonna go ahead and just slice these guys up. The mushrooms is gonna give our dish some nice meaty texture. And I just think wherever there's gravy, mushrooms just go with it. I only had gravy with mashed potatoes only like twice a year. My dad would make gravy for like the turkey, and so we'd only have it for Thanksgiving or Christmas, which my dad does make the best gravy, but we only got to have it twice a year. That with the mashed potatoes, it was so good. But after I started cooking, I love that I can just make a great chicken with gravy and mashed potatoes any time of the year, or anytime I want. All right, so we are done with the mushrooms. Let me go ahead and grab the rest of the ingredients that we're going to be needing for the recipe. All right, so for the gravy, we're also going to be needing half a diced onion. I have 3 minced garlic cloves over here. I have about 1.5 cups of chicken broth, and then we're gonna also season it with about a tablespoon of soy sauce, as well as a tablespoon of Worchester sauce, whatever you wanna call it. And to thicken it up, I have about 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. We're gonna mix it with a little bit of water, add it in, and it's gonna make our gravy nice and thick. Okay, we are ready to get cooking. Wanna say hello?
Hi.
Like I said, they are not camera ready because they just woke up, but they wanna say hi. Still in their PJs, right? All right, meet me over at the stove. All right, so I have my pan heated over medium-high heat. Got a little oil in there, and now I'm gonna go ahead and cook the chicken. And yay, we just about fit everything in there. So I'm gonna cook it about 3 to 4 minutes per side until it's completely cooked through. All right, so it's been about 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes actually. I'm gonna go ahead and flip these guys over and see how it has developed a nice brown crust. Color looks perfect. So I'm gonna let these guys hang out for about another 4 minutes and it should be cooked through. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the chicken pieces. They should be nice and cooked through at this point. All right, so I'm just gonna add a tad more oil along with our sliced mushrooms, our diced onions, and our minced garlic. Season it up with a bit of salt. And we're gonna continue to cook this until the veggies are nice and softened. This will be about 5 minutes. 5 minutes over medium heat. And as it's cooking, you wanna go ahead and scrape the bottom of the pan here to release those bits. That's going to give our gravy some nice flavor. And I'm just gonna add a tad water just to help release those bits. There we go. All right, so it's been about 6 minutes. Oh my gosh, this is looking so good. Honestly, I could eat these mushrooms just on their own like this. All right, so now I'm going to add 1.5 cups of chicken broth, and I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. It's gonna give it some nice color as well as some flavor. And then I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. All right, let's get that all mixed in. And then I also have the 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch that I mixed in with about 2 tablespoons of water. A little salt, maybe not too much because we did add the soy sauce and the chicken broth. Our fresh cracked pepper. We're gonna let this come to a boil until our gravy is nice and slightly thickened. All right, so it's been cooking for about a minute over medium heat, and look how nice, rich, and delicious this looks. Nice and thickened. So at this point, you wanna give it a taste to see if your seasonings are on point. Perfection. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the chicken. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and nestle the chicken right into the pan here. All right, and we're just gonna let the chicken get nice and warm through, because remember, it's already cooked through. And then we are ready to serve this over mashed potatoes. So I went ahead and served it over some creamy mashed potatoes. And oh my goodness, this is the best combo. All right, you guys, it's my favorite part of this video. It's time for the taste test. And oh my goodness, doesn't this look like something you would get at like a fancy occasion? Like, I don't know, one of those meetings at a hotel or like a Christmas work gathering where they cater like nice, delicious, fancy food. And there are no fancy ingredients in this recipe. It is so simple, it looks elegant. Like I said, something that you would get catered at a nice event. Anyways, enough talking. Let's go ahead and give this a try. All right, got my chicken. I've got some gravy. Let's get a mushroom as well as some potatoes. All right, you guys, I have the perfect bite right here. Cheers. This is it. So good. So easy, basic ingredients. You might already have everything in your pantry. It's so good. Perfect for a easy weeknight meal, perfect for something if you want to make for company. It's just so delicious. I promise you guys are gonna like this one. It's comforting. I mean, who doesn't like chicken with gravy and mashed potatoes? It's so good. Oh, and I forgot to let you know, oh, the mashed potatoes are so good. I'll leave the recipe for the mashed potatoes in the description below. As with all my recipes, I always have the full written instructions in the description below for you guys to check out. Anyways, thank you for spending time with me in my kitchen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you make this recipe, and I hope you guys have had, because I'm filming this right before Christmas, but it's gonna come out after Christmas. But hope you guys have had a very Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.